Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the second part of the Sango's Boomerang. So I will be doing everything on just this one side. I have already finished most of the other side of the Boomerang. Since they're cut in half, I wanted to make sure that I knew what I was going to be doing for the video. So that is on the floor right there. So I'm just going to quickly tell you guys what you're going to be needing. I am going to be using a Dremel. You don't have to. I find it very difficult to use. It's not my favorite thing, but I like having the ability to do this fast, very fast. So I will be using a Dremel, and then the next thing I probably should have had it in a more accessible place is molding foam. So it's basically just adult putty, let's be honest. It's like slime almost. Look at that pole. It smells atrocious. Let me just say that, but the smell doesn't stick to my hands. I got this at Michael's with all the rest of the foam stuff, with the foam and the Warbler and all of that other fun stuff. So this will be something else that we use. So the Dremel and the molding foam are the only things that I will be using in this video. And because the piece is so big, this will be floor work. So we're gonna move to the floor. We're just gonna jump right into it. Okay, so we have the foam. You can see the really super jagged edges, and we're gonna make it look like this. Still not the most smooth, but 10 times smoother than this. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna use the Dremel, and I'm just gonna Dremel the edges to be the same length as possible, to be the same all around. So the Dremel does, get all of this stuff all over me. If you can't see, I'm covered in powdered foam. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe off as much as I can. And before we get started, I'm just gonna do some quick sweeping and cleaning so that I don't get foam bits all over my putty. All right, So now I'm just gonna do one side of the putty, and I'm gonna do the short side, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a show of what I'm doing. But I'm just taking a little piece of foam and kind of, I don't want too much, but I'm just gonna take a little bit and I'm gonna put it on the edge, and then I'm just molding it down the edge. And this one's gonna take a lot because of how uneven some of the edges were. So I'm trying not to get it to overlap. I'm really smoothing it up and down so that way it doesn't look super uneven. The other one does. This takes 48 hours to dry, so the next part won't be included in this video, but it'll only be included in the next one. So this is going to be just a short video, but I'm just taking a little bit and placing it on the edge like that. You can kind of see what I did here, and then molding it down. So that way it looks more smooth, less rugged. So I don't want it to overlap on the edges. If I can avoid that, I will. So I'm just doing some smoothing down. It is kind of a quick, dry kind of process. Once it's on kind of thing. So I do try to move as quickly as possible with it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up this edge, and yeah. That's what it looks like. There is some on the edging, and in order to get rid of that, I just use my nail to kind of just cut it. You can use an X-Acto knife, or if you start kind of just like rubbing it down more, it starts to kind of come off. But like I said, I try to avoid going over the edges if I can, but sometimes it's going to be inevitable, so it's whatever. I just use a knife or something and cut the edges. So that's the end of this week's video. Here's the progress that we've done. The molding putty will help smooth the edges, as well as will help make the uneven edges, like this little mark here. Molding putty will make that a little bit more even, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, if you guys aren't following my Instagram, link in the bio, make sure to check it out. If you guys aren't part of my Patreon, please feel free to sign up. I've got some really awesome tiers and benefits there for you guys, and I've got some really awesome upcoming projects happening, which will be announced after the Sango cosplay. So please keep your eye out for all of those fun announcements, and I will see you guys next week. Bye! Mwah.